Hello guys, so in this very first lesson I want to talk about anatomy of the breathing a little bit. This is very important in terms of being able to understand and use our lung capacity in the most effective way during the day. And this is the first benefit. The second benefit, it can also help you a lot if you have some awareness and control over your breathing during lovemaking, during sex. It can improve your lasting in the bed quite a lot. And on the third stage, I'm going to teach you a lot of techniques in this course. So this is kind of creating a base for those techniques, because we need to be able to isolate our muscles that are involved in breathing, and we need to make a mental connection with them so that we can understand and improve this, apply this advanced techniques later on. This is something like, imagine you're learning how to play a musical instrument, and in the beginning usually your teacher will give you a lot of boring exercises, and this is some of them, so please bear with me, and in the future you will benefit a lot because you practice these basics. All right, so the very most basic practice is to be able to understand how different type of breathings happen. So we put one of our hands on our belly and feel the belly moving in and out. If you can do that, that's great already. And this is called the belly breathing. You inhale from the nose and you exhale from the nose. Actually, this should be the normal way of breathing during the day if you're not exercising, if you don't need so much air and oxygen. This is the normal way to breathe. Slow, deep belly breathing. And we need to be able to do this without moving our chest. It's not like, so there is no involvement of the upper part of the lungs at all, like the chest area stays stable. So to be able to understand that, we put another hand, your other hand, on the side of your rib cage, okay? And you just inhale through your belly. And your rib cage do not move. So this is the first thing we gotta learn about the anatomy of our lungs and our breathing. And just to practice this, that's it. To make sure that we breathe only to the belly. And the diaphragm muscle moves, and my belly is moving up when I inhale, and in when I exhale. So one way to isolate this and understand it is a very good way to lay down on the floor. And if you have a yoga mat, you can use that. This is going to make it easier for you to understand what's going on. So you put one of your hand on your belly and another hand still on the side of the rib cage. And you inhale, your belly moves out. You exhale, your belly moves in. If you feel like you can exhale from the mouth, sometimes, not necessarily all the time. And inhale always from the nose. This is important. I'm going to explain in the next class. And your rib cage is not moving. You make sure this hand is not moving at all, because your rib cage is stabilized constantly. Okay, you just need to do this 5 minutes every day to make sure you absolutely nail it. Okay, you absolutely isolate the belly breathing. And then on the second stage, the second breathing that is quite important is the rib cage breathing or the thoracic breathing. So we place our hands in the same position, and this time make sure your belly doesn't move, but your rib cage does. So it's like this. This is going to be a shorter, smaller breath, because our capacity, if you only breathe from the rib cage, it's more limited compared to the belly. That's why belly breathing should be the normal way of breathing. So my rib cage is moving to the sides, and then they're going back again. And my belly is not moving at all, if possible, ideally. Again, I can exhale from the mouth if I want to. This is a breathing technique that is preferred in Pilates, for example, because you, in that training, in that methodology, you are supposed to not move your belly, like stabilize your core, your abdomens. So when you inhale, you just use your rib cage to maximum capacity, so you can control completely your belly area. But in the breathing techniques that I'm going to teach you, it will be very useful to understand that this is a different type of breathing and isolate and completely separate these two types of breathing. Okay? So practice some more. If you have trouble understanding this, you can slightly push your rib cage in when you're exhaling, but not too much. We don't want you to hurt yourself. Okay? So these are the two types of breathing that I want you to practice and master completely, absolutely, until the next lesson. Ideally, I would tell my students, my clients, to do this minimum 1 week, every day, 5 minutes of belly breathing and then 5 minutes of thoracic breathing, so that you make sure you absolutely nail it. If you can do it more, it's even better. You're like learning your musical instrument and you just really want to master it, you can do it even longer. Couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, 1 month even. After that, it will be, if you move on to the next techniques, that will be already enough. But please do it minimum 1 week. Alright? I'll see you in the next class.